Well, one more question here, and this gets us a little more current with some of your reality here. And so you've had in the past couple years a series of health issues, and that's led you to a lot of testing and a lot of doctor's visits. And I hate to call it bad news because that's not the perspective that you're framing this in. But take us back to the moment a few years ago when you had that face-to-face with the doctor and you got a diagnosis about your health. So would you talk about that moment and what life has been like with you since that time?
Sure. Well, when you said I was just diagnosed with something bad, the only thing I remember being bad is Tracy called me yesterday and said I had the flu and she couldn't help me with my golf game. So, right? I had the flu and she couldn't be around me, so therefore she didn't want to help me. But I'm good now. I took some Advil. Is that all right? Can we go? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I went in for a regular checkup like I do every annual, and the doctor noticed some twitching in my arms and stuff, so he had me go see this neurologist up at Ohio State, Dr. Webb, and he took me through about 3 or 4 days of every MRI test exam you can possibly do, and he's a big Buckeye fan, and when he called me in and he literally was crying, he told me he had some bad news for me and things of that nature, and told me I had ALS, and I just looked at him and said, okay, and he's like, you don't know the severity of this. I mean, like, you're going to die. And I said, well, first of all, everybody's born is going to die. Second of all, I promise you, God is not up there looking down saying, William, I didn't see that coming. So, I'm a firm believer in Romans 8:28, for all things work together for the good that those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So again, that's my family, don't worry about that. So again, no, seriously, if something happened in your life, God is aware of it. God knew it was going to happen, and it's for something that's going to work out for the good. And even when they told me that, there's no cure or anything like that for it, that's even better, because now it's all in his hands. So people wonder why I don't worry. Why would I ever worry about something if it's in God's hands? If you're worrying about something that's in God's hands, you got to check yourself and see if you're really a Christian. So with all the diagnosis and whatever they say, anybody in here know, like, next year, this year, y'all for sure y'all gonna be alive? Exactly. So you embrace every day you have. Every day I wake up, it's a blessing, regardless if I got ALS or I got the flu. It doesn't matter. So I'm thankful every day for what God has done, and I just want to make sure I'm doing what he wants me to do, and everything else will work out. So, it's not nothing bad. I hate when people always talk about it being sad, because, you got a bill due next month. You're going to have to pay it. I feel bad for you, man. Go ahead.
Well, that's what I call an eternal perspective. And thank you for blessing us and really ministering to us in terms of how to handle what most of us would say is some really bad and hard and difficult news. And so as I've tried to pick up the phone over the last number of months and call you, I thought, I got to encourage William. And I got to tell you, he ends up encouraging me. And I think you know why now. So please join me in welcoming William White into the Athletes in Action Hall of Fame.